Hey guys, welcome to my rant on Ang Lee's Hulk. Fucking movie, God, ugh! Fucking hate this movie. Hate it. Fuck out of my sight. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, did I break the case? Didn't. Wish I did. Fucking piece of shit. Anyway, first off, before I get into full-blown rant on this movie, a little bit of backstory with Ang Lee's Hulk. I actually saw this in the theater when it came out. I remember my dad took me to go see it. I remember not really... I remember, like, I was a kid, so I remember like liking the Hulk scenes, which honestly I still do. I like the scenes with the Hulk. They're good. Everything else, not so much. Like I've said before, with other movies, this movie just... The problem with Ang Lee's Hulk is there's a good movie in here somewhere. There's a good Hulk movie. But the problem is you have to dig through a mountain of shit to get to it, let alone see it. And that mountain of shit is this artsy, fartsy bullshit, philosophical, existential, whatever the fuck, art house crap that Ang Lee brought to the table with this film. He was the wrong choice to direct this movie. Hulk is not... Hulk should not be an art house movie. That's the biggest mistake that the producers of this film could do, Marvel, Universal, is hire Ang Lee. I don't care if he's a big fan of the character, okay? He just is not... He's not the right choice to direct this movie. Because he just infuses... Yes, some of the drama works, but it's too much. It's too much dramatic elements. It's too much of this pathos. Too much of this, you know... I don't know what it is. Like, it's trying to be deeper. It's too much of that. It's a Hulk movie. Hulk throws things around, beats things up, you know, Hulk smashes. That's all you need in a Hulk movie. You don't need this thought-provoking, twists, plot, storyline, fucking realistic mess. You don't need that. Because when you try to have this tone of realism in this movie, and then you balance it out with goofy-ass shit like Hulk fighting Hulk dogs and the fucking... whatever the fuck it was. A fucking gas bubble at the end, a fart bubble at the end, with the thoughts and memories of Bruce Banner or some shit. I don't fuck... Ugh, God damn it! That's what frustrates me about this movie. Is that shit. The ending. One of the worst endings ever in the history of superhero films. Anticlimactic is an understatement. It's laughable. It's beyond... It's just so ridiculous. It takes itself so fucking seriously, and it's just so stupid. A fucking gas bubble, and Hulk's like, you want the power? Then take it! This is stupid. You know what, Hulk? You know, Ang Lee's Hulk, you can suck it! God. So anyway, the movie came out in 2003. It made $245 million. But on a budget of $137 million, that's not a lot. Eric Bana is Bruce Banner in this. And I'm sorry, I think Eric Bana is the worst Bruce Banner out of all of the incarnations of the character. He has one note. One note acting. Just, I'm Bruce Banner. Oh no. You don't want to see me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. He just sounds like he's drunk, or he's, I don't know, he's sleepwalking. He's a zombie throughout the whole movie. He has no emotion. Just a flat board. It's a total drop-off from Bill Bixby, who had emotion. And you felt for Bill Bixby in his plight. You don't give a shit about Eric Bana in this? Even when he tries to show emotion, it's laughable. You know, we're trying to be angry. Stupid. I don't like Eric Bana. Is he the worst thing ever? No, but he's not great either. I'm sorry. I really thought he was really, really poorly cast. Ang Lee felt obliged to cast Bana upon seeing Chopper, which I'm like, yeah, the character in Chopper, who's like a mass murderer or biker, that character is Bruce Banner. Bana was also in the heavily considered for Ghost Rider, but he lost out to Nicolas Cage. Yeah, well, that's good. And I guess Billy Crudup turned down the role on, Bruce Banner, according to reports. Johnny Depp and Steve Buscemi were reported to be under consideration to lead. And Edward Norton, who went on to play the role in The Incredible Hulk, expressed interest in the role, but Norton eventually turned down the part. He was disappointed with the script. I don't blame him for turning it down. I really don't. It is a disappointing script. So you have Eric Bana, who is, in my opinion, is not very good. And you have Jennifer Connelly as Betty Ross. I like Jennifer Connelly. I really do. I like Jennifer Connelly. I think she's one of the main reasons why I even stuck with the movie, because I think she did a good job with the performance, and I've always liked Jennifer Connelly. I think she brought her A game here. I cared more about her character than I did about Bruce. Sam Elliott, perfect casting as General Thunderbolt Ross. It was just perfect casting. It was perfect for that role. I didn't have a problem with Sam Elliott. Josh Lucas was good. It played a good douche in Glenn Talbot. Nick Nolte, uneven. Like, I could deal with him in the beginning, but then he went way too over the top at the end and was really beyond laughable. So yeah, I like some of the cast isn't really, the cast isn't the worst thing ever, minus Eric Bana. I'm sorry, I don't like Eric. I'm not the only one. I just think Eric Bana just didn't bring it here. It was just very. One-note acting, not much of anything. Really not impressed. The score, on the other hand, by Danny Elfman, I like, except for the fucking Indian Middle Eastern shit. The. I'm sick and tired of hearing that shit. I really am. I heard it in Sinister. I heard it here. It doesn't work in these type of movies. Just quit it. Please. Not watching a pirate feed from Al Jazeera, am I? Just stop it. Anyway, to talk about this movie, I'm going to go super, like, with a microscope on all the different details of the film. I'll try to do the best I can. The movie opens up near the end of the 1960s, where scientist David Banner, which is... Yeah, let's do a homage to late Bill Bixby by making David Banner a asshole. Let's make him a murderer who was considering murdering his son just because he decided to test this genetic, DNA mix on himself, and then in turn impregnated his wife and then gave birth to Bruce. But then he's worded she's a monster, so he's going to kill him. And then he ends up killing his mom instead. And yeah, this guy is a good way to give homage to the late Bill Bixby. Nice one. A really, really fantastic job there. James Seamus, Michael France, John Turman. I don't know who wrote this. Three people wrote the screenplay, and they couldn't come up with a good story. Just a clusterfuck. Anyway... He's experimenting with genetics. He tries to mutate human DNA to boost the immune system of the soldiers to help them heal quickly in battle. After he's denied permission to conduct human trials, Banner experiments on himself. And as time passes, David realizes mutant DNA has been passed on to his son, attempts to find a cure. The military, led by General Thunderbolt Ross, shuts down Banner's research after discovering his unauthorized and dangerous experiments. In a fit of rage, Banner triggers a massive gamma explosion and speeds back home to kill his son with a cook's knife in order to prevent him from turning into a monster, but accidentally fatally stabs his wife when she tries to stop him. Of course, this doesn't happen in the beginning of the movie. This happens sprinkled throughout the whole movie with fucking flashbacks and shit, which, up to the point with this over 2 hour long running time, 138-minute long film, you cease to give a fuck by the point it decides to let you in on this, which is a big mistake. Another huge problem with this movie for me, the running time. It's too bloated. It's bloated. It's fat as fuck. It just needs to go on a diet. It needs to trim itself down. It's too fucking long. It's too long. I know it's a Hulk movie. You thought it'd be massive, but that doesn't mean it has to have a massive running time full of just nothing but dialogue and fucking... It's a character piece more than it is a Hulk movie. And I'm sorry, the TV series did enough of that. You know, if I want to see a character piece about the Hulk, I'll go watch the episodes of the TV series, and I'll do it with a better actor in Bill Bixby versus Eric Bana, who can't show another emotion other than anger and distress to save his life. So anyway, kills his woman, and then David is put into mental hospital while young Bruce is adopted into a foster home. Growing up, he believes his parents are both dead. A few years later, after explosion, Bruce's hometown is abandoned and evacuated. And in 2003, modern day, toward in this movie, Bruce Banner is now a researcher at the University of California. The military takes an interest in Banner's research into nanomeds and sends Major Talbot to investigate it. He was a dick. Meanwhile, David Banner reappears and begins to infiltrate Bruce's life, taking a job as a janitor in the lab and secretly keeping an eye on Bruce. Thunderbolt Ross is informed of the research and becomes concerned for his daughter Betty, who also works in the lab for Bruce. Ross meets with Betty and conforms to her concerns, but she becomes angry that he came to here for business and not to reconcile with her. And in a lab accident, Bruce is accidentally exposed to gamma radiation and the nanomeds, which combined with his already mutated DNA and protect him from being killed by the radiation. And this is all like the first 40 minutes or so, just shoving all of his fucking backstory and fucking shit in like 40 minutes. And then finally, Bruce hulks out. After the accident, Bruce awakens in the hospital wed. Betty informs him he should be dead, but instead he is better than he was before. His bad knee is good now. That night, David finally confronts Bruce and reveals himself as Bruce's father. He tells Bruce to watch his temper and quietly steals some of Bruce's hair to conduct some experiments, which he ends up using Bruce's altered DNA and animal testing, producing a pack of mutated dogs. All of this, all in like the first 40 minutes or so, just the combined frustration and stress around Bruce being overwhelming him, and he transforms into the Hulk, destroying the lab and rampaging around, ripping all the equipment and furniture to pieces. Which I like the scene. I like the first Hulk out. I really do. I think, honestly, the criticism of the CGI, I think, are a little bit too much now. This is 2003. A year before, 2 years before this, you had the god-awful CGI and Mummy Returns. But then again, that was pretty much what CGI was at the point. CGI was not nearly as advanced as it was in 2003 as it would be years later. And it got a lot better 5 years later, you know, with Incredible Hulk. Here, I wasn't that upset with it. I thought it was actually pretty impressive, to be honest. ILM knows what they're doing, so I thought they did a good job here. Except for having 10 shades of green, which is a big issue. And the pants, of course, the purple pants don't look real at all. But other than that, I didn't mind the look of the Hulk. It's just I wanted more of the Hulk. And less of this blah, 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 blah. Oh, I love you, Bruce. You don't know what your real future is. I want to see my real son. I don't want to see you. Less of that. Less of the fucking daddy issues and more of Hulk smashing. That would have been better. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. So, after he destroys the lab, the next day Betty finds Bruce passed out at home and with his purple pants. And as he's trying to piece together what happened, General Ross arrives and places him under house arrest. And Betty tracks down David and confronts him, prompting David to call Bruce and tell him he's unleashed 3 enormous mutant dogs to track down and kill Betty. Bruce is further provoked by Major Talbot because he's such a mega dick, and then Bruce transforms into the Hulk, seriously injuring Major Talbot by breaking his neck, arm, and right leg before rushing to save Betty. Before rushing to save Betty, and he rips the dogs apart. Which I know there's a lot of criticisms for the Hulk dog scene. I didn't mind it. I thought the Hulk dog scene were fine. I thought the Hulk dogs were cool. I thought the way that it was approached was good. And Hulk beat up the Hulk dogs, it was fine. And then the effects were that shitty. This is 2003, folks. This is not 2013. And I have seen worse effects in 2013 than the Hulk, than this Hulk. So it makes short work of the Hulk dogs in a cool scene. And then, of course, we get to more talking. Of course, because we need more dialogue. We needed more of that. We didn't have enough dialogue to begin with, but we need more. Less of the Hulk beating things, punching things, more of the dialogue. Because that's what the Hulk is all about. Drama. So basically then, losing my place here. Thank God for Wikipedia. I blocked this movie from my memory already and I watched it last night. Trust me, it was for my own good. Fucking... Okay, the next morning, Bruce is tranquilized by Ross and taken to a deep underground Arizona desert base where Major Talbot is in charge of research. Where we have to show three fucking shots of the helicopters flying in and four more fucking shots of people unloading shit. Another 3 shots of people set up with guns and fucking crap. Here is where I get into the main problem I have with this movie. The thing that kills this fucking movie for me. The annoying, distracting ass comic book panel style editing interspersed throughout the entire movie, which is unnecessary half the time. Let's show a comic book panel edit shot of Josh Lucas walking out a fucking door. We don't need that. It ruins the flow of certain scenes. When Banner Hulk's out in the compound and is getting attacked by people, we have to cut to different fucking scenes of comic book panel type editing, and we ruin the flow of the goddamn scene because it's distracting. I'm seeing a shot within another shot, and I just want to see one fucking shot. Okay, this is the point where the artsy director was the wrong fucking choice. He decided to go way too overboard with this comic book panel fucking editing, with the fucking split screen comic panel type shit, and then he'd have like water flow over the screen in an edit. He'd flip the page. Oh, the egregiously shitty, awful scene where Josh Lucas, an explosion in the background, and he gets freeze framed and comic book literally it gets freeze framed like a piece of paper, like a 2D piece of paper, something you see in Paper Mario. In midair, it looks laughable. That's the epitome of awful and wrong approach. I just hate this goddamn editing. Like in the beginning, in the first hour or so, I could kind of give it a pass. Okay, it was alright, it's kind of cool, it's different. But then after I got past the first hour, it just got obnoxious and annoying, and it just pissed me off. So I'm here sitting watching the movie, and I'm like, stop it! Stop with the fucking comic book panel split screen editing, Ang Lee. Quit it. Just show me the goddamn scene. And the thing is, Ang Lee, you can see certain shots in this film that are actually pretty beautiful, and he knows how to direct a fucking movie. But he decides to go way too overboard with this fucking comic book panel shit, and it's frustrating as fuck! So it's just annoying, it's distracting, and it's aggravating. It takes away from the scene. Ugh. Fuck that shit. I hate that. So... So, after Bruce Banner gets shot with a tranquilizer, sent to the Arizona desert with a underground, base. And this is where General Ross believes that Bruce is a danger, is doomed to follow in his father's footsteps. Major Talbot sees an opportunity to profit from Hulk's strength and regenerative capability. So he decides to torture Bruce by electrocuting him with a cattle prod. Then tries to get a sample off of him, but he refuses. So he puts Bruce in a sensory deprivation tank and triggers a transformation of the Hulk, who escapes from the research facility, damaging some of the equipment and destroying the control center in the process. But, that's the whole scene. We're at that shot within a shot within a shot. Stop being so fucking fancy. Stop it. Oh, God, I hate that shit. It ruins the whole scene. I know I'm being repetitive, but it just fucking ruins it. And then Ross leads the Hulk out of the compound. And then you have a scene where he... what? Oh my God, Ang Lee decides to shoot the scene like a normal fucking human being. And normal director. A normal fucking scene. which I really like, where General Ross is trying to hunt down the Hulk in the canyons and shooting him with the rockets and chasing him into the desert, and Hulk fucks up a tank. And I'm like, yeah! And then I like that stuff. That's what makes this movie so frustrating. Is that there are things about it I like. I like Jennifer Connelly. I like the scenes where the Hulk actually smashes something. I like Sam Elliott. And Josh Lucas is okay. Nick Nolte is uneven, but he has his moments. I like that stuff. Eric Bana is a weak link, but the Hulk, when the Hulk is there, when he's hulking out and then, smashing things, smashing up the tank, it makes me all giddy. It makes me feel good. But then you ruin it with shitty ass split screen comic book editing, fucking slow as molasses pacing, which kills any of the momentum the film has, because then you have these action sequences and you just fucking ruin it with talky bullshit. So yeah, it's definitely one of those movies that's the problem. I mean, the worst movies for me are movies like this. If it was just a complete, total, utter fail all across the board, then maybe I wouldn't be as fucking frustrated with this movie. But the fact that it's not a total fail, that it has potential, and it fucking wastes it, that is even 10 times more aggravating than it just being a totally inept movie. And that's why this is a rant. Because it had the potential to be a good movie, but it fucked it up. It had its chance, and it blew it out its ass. So anyway, after that cool scene with, the General Ross attacking the Hulk, with rockets and stuff on the canyon, Hulk ends up going into the city, which is really a pathetic scene, because he just runs underneath the ground, breaks out, Betty shows up, he turns back to normal, a couple cars get flipped, that's it. Hulk doesn't do anything in the city, which is a missed opportunity. Then he ends up getting taken back to this compound where there's a meet up with his dad, and Nick Nolte overacts his ass off. Hobo fucking Nick Nolte. He looks like a fucking hobo. He looks like Hobo Michael Myers from the Halloween remake. Halloween 2. Sequel to Halloween remake. Fucking hobo Nick Nolte over here, overacting his ass off. After Bruce is all like, no more, please, get away. And then overacting, that's just beyond, it's ridiculous. Where Nick Nolte's like, just really. And the scene is shot and it's supposed to be so fucking serious. And then you have Nick Nolte going, like a fucking retard. It's just. You have this moment, father and son, and then you're just overacting. Nick Nolte just going way too into it, and then acting like a dumbass. Eric Bana can't act, so it just ruins that scene. Then he hulks out. Oh, I forgot, of course, Nick Nolte became the Absorbing Man earlier, which is decent effect. Doesn't do much with it, though. The Absorbing Man is a lame villain. All he does is absorb shit, and then what? So he becomes a giant electricity monster. And then the Hulk just chases him and like what looks like pictures in the sky. Like some fucking. And he decided, I gotta do my tribute to Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel. Fuck me. Oh, fuck me with a giant fucking big green dildo right up my fucking ass. Man. Shit. So. After the Sistine Chapel fucking lightning storm fight, which is fucking lame, Hulk then fights his dad, who's now made out of rocks, which is pathetic. Fucks him up really easily, throws him in the water, now he's water, and then the Hulk is getting stopped by fucking water. Yeah, he is a Hulk, but because Absorbing Man, I guess he's water now, and the Hulk is in the water, he can control him. But he's a fucking Hulk, man! It's pathetic to have him be stopped by fucking water. So he just drains power from the Hulk. Then you have that bullshit ending, which made me want to jump up off my bed and just sucker punch the TV screen. Just lift Hulk out, lift my TV up, and just smash it over my fucking knee. Where you have the whole, like, you want the power, is you can handle it. Then take it! Oh, no! Take it back! Take it back! And I'm like, yeah, take it back. Take this movie back! Take it back to hell where it belongs. wish I go Back to the Future and just, you know, say Universal, no, don't hire Ang Lee. Hire somebody else who knows how to fucking do an action movie. Who knows how to do this character justice, not fucking this artsy-fartsy faggot. Sorry. No offense to anybody who's gay out there. This movie just, it's breaking me, really. It's breaking me in two. It's like, dear God, I'm coming apart! Ah! So anyway, fucking ending where, I guess, absorbing man David Banner becomes some fucking air bubble with emotions and memories of Bruce, and then it gets nuked, and I'm like, nuke this fucking movie from orbit, and it gets nuked, and you think the Hulk's dead, but he's not, of course. Shows up in South America somewhere and says you wouldn't like me when I'm angry in Spanish or whatever the fuck. And Betty has some moment with Thunderbolt Ross. She still has hope for him. And Ross says, he'll come back for you or whatever, some shit. And the movie ends, fades to green, and then I want to go fucking... I don't know what I want to do anymore. I mean, it just defeated me. This movie defeated me. It just beat me down to my fucking knees. What was it? I just wanted to throw up. I wanted to puke Dayglow. I wanted to puke green all over the place. Fucking god damn it! What a fucking shitty movie. Ugh. So yeah, I mean, that's Ang Lee's Hulk. There are some good things about it. I didn't mind the scenes with the Hulk when he actually does something. I like Jennifer Connelly. I didn't mind Josh Lucas. I liked Sam Elliott. Nick Nolte was definitely 50% good and 50% shit. And I like the score by Danny Elfman. The main theme, not the fucking Aborigine fucking bullshit. I don't care about that. Just hate that. And, so yeah, there are things about it I liked. But the rest of the movie fucking sucks. The rest of the movie makes it point. The ending is the worst thing ever. Because it's so anticlimactic. It doesn't make any sense. It's frustrating. It just... The ending just kills it. I mean, the comic book panel editing really hurt the film immensely for me, but the ending just killed the movie. The ending just shot itself in the face. So it was shooting itself in the foot earlier with the comic book panel editing, but with the way that it ended, it just shot itself in the fucking head. That's pretty much what it did. And I really don't know what to say about this movie. I mean, words can't express how much this movie fucking frustrated me after I watched it again last night. I was like, it was already a chore to sit through enough as it was. But it kept me interested, but then it fucking fucked me in the ass. That's pretty much what happened. It's one of those movies where it got my interest, kept me going, and then it just ass raped me. Because it was like, you know, oh, yeah, hey, you think you might have a good movie? No, fucking thought bubble up your ass. Take it. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fucking take it. I'm not gonna take this shit anymore, Hulk. I'm not gonna fucking take this shit. Fucking put this thing back together. Broke it earlier. Why would you put it back together? So I could take it apart again. Hulk. Ang Lee's Hulk. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this one. I really have been. Been holding this in all night. Oh, that felt good. Sorry if I scared anybody. Didn't mean to do that. Just this fucking movie. Piece of shit. I just had to. I had to get it out. Had to get it out. I mean, had to do something. Yeah. Let it out! Movie, man. Anyway, I don't know what else to say about Ang Lee's Hulk. It's a rate out of 5 stars. 1. 1 out of 5. It's lucky it's even getting that. Because I like the Hulk scenes. All the other things that I mentioned about it that I like. But it fucking ruins it. It blows it. It fucking ruins it. Stupid comic panel split screen editing. Inconsistent score. A fucking boring ass story. And one of the dumbest fucking endings I've ever seen for a superhero film. Act's so smart, but it's so fucking stupid. Thought bubble. Got a thought for you. Fuck you, Hulk. Fuck.